So grandkids, they enjoyed it?
Well, yes. When they read the book and they read about some of the places that I would spend time when I was growing up as a kid, like my grandma Caroline Fallow's farm, and where our schoolhouse was, and our church, and many of the places. So we said, well, you'd be interested, let's drive around, let's take a tour around the countryside and look at some of these places. So we started the first one, and they would bring camera along, they started taking pictures, asking questions, and the first tour wasn't probably too long, and pretty soon we got more interest and we ran a little further, and then well, I can't remember who put the name on that. They started calling it the book tour. That became the book tour.
One of the two boys, or?
And many of the grandkids, I think, probably all of the grandkids have probably been on the book tour now, I think. And even...
Well, Christmas time.
Huh?
Christmas time, you had Eric and Matthew and Jacob, and...
They were the latest ones, was Keith and Mary Kay and Matthew and Eric and Jacob. And then we took the book tour. And we stopped at some of the places, abandoned farm places, where country schools were located. And of course we all stopped at my grandpa's farm, the Fulla place, he called it. And then we'd go through Big Bend and Hagen. And we stopped in Milan, and we probably stopped in an antique store there. They sold and visited people in Milan. Got to know them, and they got to know my family, and probably people I'd known for many years, but they never knew my family. And then we'd go to Big Bend and Hagen, which was a place we used to go and buy groceries, small village. Then most of that has disappeared by now, but most of the building's still there. And
you ever go by any places where you maybe had some mischief, or?
Well, the one place we always stop at is a farm out there that we used to go there on Halloween. I know the big activity on Halloween was tipping outhouses. I don't know why that was great, but it was, so whatever. And one farm place we always stopped at, and I always said we should probably put up a historical sign there. that was the last outhouse that we tipped before we went in the service in World War II. And that kind of finished up our career in outhouse tipping. And then our younger siblings and friends, they continued the tradition after we had gone. So we stopped there and take some pictures and talk about it and that. But I don't know if that auto is still there anymore, because we didn't want to go on a place. We started want to look for the autos. Say, what in the world is your interest in it? We say, well, it's a historical thing.
Well, you go to go to your home farm?
Then we go to Mount Church, and then we visit there, and then we stop by the home farm, and then where my sister-in-law Ruby still lives, and then we'd stop by there and visit and have coffee and visit for all the stuff. Stop at the home farm where I was born and raised, and then that was basically what the book tour is.
So how do you feel about the book tour? Anything you expected like that?
Pardon?
Did you ever expect any kind of book tour?
No, I never. I did not expect that it would.
Did you think
part of it would become a book tour? That's an activity that was.
What are the grandkids like? What have you heard the grandkids say about it?
Well, I said, they really like the book tour. They're interested in that. And probably interested in going more than once. That's kind of become a tradition. So then we can drive around the countryside and look at the farms where I spent most of my childhood and some of the places I visited and played with other kids that lived in there. And so